What's happening in Russia? Why are these things happening? Today, let's delve into the details of this northern warrior nation and take a look at the current state of Russia's economy. So, in 2022, Russia was at war, facing sanctions from the West, and yet its GDP surpassed Italy and surpassed South Korea, ranking 8th globally. Beneath the shiny GDP, Russia's internal situation can be described as tumultuous. Over the past year, industries such as manufacturing, retail, and logistics in Russia have experienced a cliff-like plummet. The country's automobile production, for example, dropped by a staggering 60% last year, falling back to the level it was at 30 years ago, just after the collapse of the Soviet Union. With almost all industries in decline, how is Russia's GDP still surging? Well, there's only one possibility, and that is energy. The war caused a substantial increase in global energy prices last year. At that time, domestic prices in various European Union countries skyrocketed. Although they verbally expressed loyalty and claimed to boycott Russia, their actions spoke truthfully. Russia was selling energy at cheap prices, and who could resist such temptation? Therefore, secretly and behind the scenes, energy trade between Russia and the EU continued to thrive. Despite the intense clashes and disputes, the trade volume between Russia and Europe reached a new record high last year. By the end of 2022, the Nord Stream gas pipeline between Russia and Europe was suddenly bombed, and the European Union's price cap on Russian oil took effect. In the first quarter of this year, Russia's oil and gas revenue was nearly halved, experiencing a sharp decline of 45%. The Russian government's fiscal deficit in the first quarter reached a staggering 2.4 trillion rubles. It's like earning 1,000 in a month but spending 1,600. Can you imagine the frustration? Once the economic foundation begins to shake, cracks start to appear in the superstructure as well. Looking back at Russia's economy over the past 2 decades, it has been like a roller coaster ride, closely tied to oil prices. When international oil prices soared, Russia experienced rapid growth. However, when oil prices plummeted, it meant that the entire national economy would fall into a predicament. Let's put it this way. In 2020, among the Fortune Global 500 companies, China had 134, the United States had 121, and Russia had only 4. The crucial point is, don't forget that Russia's industrial system is still based on the Second Industrial Revolution, as it missed out on the Internet revolution. Industries such as oil and machinery dominate. But what about now? The next wave of technological revolution represented by AI is already on the horizon. Can Russia seize the opportunities like its predecessors in the former Soviet Union did?